Hello everyone! Welcome to Reclamation. Reclaim the world. This is episode 31 of our Let's Play series for Minecraft Java. And in this episode we're going to be doing Mekanism, but first I want to try to automate this Orchid. Because, yeah, I just think it'd be really good. So, the thing about automating the Orchid is you can't break the blocks. So, I was thinking of some other way we could do it. And you remember back when we used the mana blaster to get gold, right? Using the weighted lens? Well, I had an idea to do that same setup with the Orchid. So, it turns out, now I actually got this from a YouTube video. I did not know this functionality, but the diluted mana pool automatically breaks blocks like a torch. So, that's pretty cool. But that got me to thinking that we could do some other stuff with that, because it'll allow things to pass through it, right? So we've got a hopper under here that goes into this storage drawer. So I made a floating Orchid, and we got a mana pool right here. And I built a pulse mana spreader, which is just a mana spreader, a regular one with some redstone. See? And the pulse mana spreader basically will shoot mana out if given a signal, redstone signal. So I made sure to have him pointing straight ahead, because this is where the smooth stone is, or the regular stone is going to be made. Now I really would like to do this with deep slate, but that's going to be a completely different thing. We'd have to do that all the way down at the bottom of the world. Well, not at the bottom, but you'd have to do it at deep slate level to get deep slate. So I don't know how we would move the mana down there without Mekanism. So this is what we're going to do for right this very second, I think. And as you can see, I traded out all of our mana spreaders. So that's awesome. But anyway, so this thing is a doing, and I'm going to try to get it to work. I mean, maybe it will, right? So right now I'm trying to make an hourglass. So an hourglass will emit a redstone pulse according to sand running through it. Just like a regular hourglass, right? And you can configure how much sand you put in it. But this is a recipe. This is mana glass. So this is our lovely hourglass, and he's the one that's going to be giving redstone signal to this mana spreader. So we're going to have to go get some sand. So I am making sand right this very second. You can make sand by putting gravel in the stamper with just a stamp, a flat stamp, but it makes sand. So we're gonna need, I don't know, probably like 10 sand in the hourglass. There are quite a lot of tutorial videos out there that you can watch for, you know, showing you all the different things on how to automate the Orchid. There's tons of them, but I'm kind of just like trying to noodle it out myself. I did get the exact sand. It can go from 7 to 10 by watching a couple of videos, so on how the hourglass works. So let's see what this does. Yep, see that? So when he turns over, it sends a pulse. Okay, so we're gonna put this weighted lens. You remember the weighted lens from the Mana Blaster, right? Well, I made another one, and we're gonna put it on this thing. And so basically what that's gonna do is it's gonna make it fall, right? It's gonna make it fall. Well, we don't have anything there at the moment, but for instance, if I put this block right here, yeah, see that? It fell. And this bottom thing that I showed you, the diluted mana pool, automatically breaks blocks. So that's really awesome functionality right there. Okay, so we got that set. So now we just got to worry about how the heck we're gonna get smooth or stone, right? So how's your schmicks are we going to do that without, because we don't want to burn up our flour, right? We don't want anything to catch on fire because this is all wood and stuff. So I also looked to see if I had more framed glass, but I don't. All that stuff is going to be framed glassed. Could probably go make some right now. So I'm just warning you that this episode is probably going to be kind of long because I'm going to do two things. I'm going to automate the Orchid and we're going to get into Mekanism. So this episode will probably be a bit on the long side. And if you have to break up your watching it, it's perfectly fine. You know, there's no expectation there, guys. You take as long as you need to take, okay? I was trying to tell my husband that. I was like, on a mod pack like this, people have to, I mean, I release the videos every day, but that doesn't mean I do the work in that time period. Sometimes the off-camera work takes days. So, yeah. Having realistic expectations on that is good. So if you're playing along, don't feel like you have to, like, keep pace. You take as long as you need to take, okay? Because I take time to do stuff, right? I have to release my videos every day. That's just something I have to do. But that doesn't necessarily mean that the off-camera work that I did took that long. That's why I have to stay ahead of the videos. That and because I have health problems, so. Okay, I got the framed glass, which is awesome. So now we can see better. Seeing better is a good thing, right? So we need the water. Try to figure out how we're gonna do this. So if I put him right there and put him right there. And like so. And I think we probably should have another one down right here. Like that. No. You are going to cooperate. There you go. There you go. Just like that. Okay, the hourglass is blocking, but that's okay. That's okay. It's not going to cause a problem, I don't think. I don't think. So let's go ahead and glass that so I can see what I'm fucking doing. Okay. So I gotta skinny up here. So we want the water to be right here. Right? And we want the, because we're trying to generate stone. So we want the water to be above. Right? So we need a whole block right here because we don't want this to burn, right? And we don't want this to burn. So we'll need 2 whole blocks right there. And I think I'm going to put whole blocks like that too. Like that. Yeah. And then we're going to bring this up. And this right here will be where our lava goes. Shay. So okay, we're gonna run into a problem. And I'm really trying hard to figure out how to solve this without using someone else's video. So the problem is that when this runs out of mana, it's gonna produce stone. Which I really don't want it to do that. So we need to be able to turn it off if the mana gets low. Now, I'm not a redstone person. I don't really do a whole lot of redstone stuff. So, yeah, this might be really hard for me. We'll see. I'm thinking, because they have the thing, that comparator thing, right, for base Minecraft. So I'm thinking maybe we could do the comparator thing, right? I don't know. Let's just see how it goes. Come on. There it goes. So we got our first block. We're doing it. I mean, it actually works. So that's good, right? It's actually working. It's automated. See that? The mana thing is going to be a problem, I think. So, I don't really know what we're going to do about that. I don't know. We gotta figure it out though, because we don't have much time. We don't have much time. It will run out of mana. Where's the mana slabs? Okay. Let's dunk the mana slabs I have in there. No, stay in there. I picked up the mana that was in the pool before I moved it. The pool has to be right here because it's providing mana to the orchid, which is pronounced orchid, I think. But I say orchid because it reminds me to spell it right, so I don't look like a complete flaming moron, right? And the pulse mana spreader, it gives mana to that too. So it has to be right there. It has to be. But we're going to fill this mana pool up, and hopefully that'll buy us a bit of time to figure out what the smeg we're going to do. Honestly, I would rather smack these myself with the Fortune 3 than having a drill do it anyway, because we'll get more out of it. You know? I think so. Okay, well, our little mana pool is full, so I don't think the elven thing is going to be able to keep up. I mean, it might, maybe. I don't think so, though. I do not think so. I think I'd have to have multiples spewing forth like that. Because I don't really know what to do about the, what if it runs out of mana gig, right? Because that would be bad. Oh yeah, this poor little mana spreader is not going to be able to keep up. Okay. What if we double it up, right, instead? What if we have the 2 and then the 2 right here? We could do that, right? Right. Like that. And we can have him go to that. So 2 on 1 and... I need one more mana spreader, I think. Are we losing still? I mean, ideally we want to have it to where it doesn't have a loss, right? I don't foresee that happening, though. It doesn't look like, even with 3 mana spreaders on it, it doesn't look like it's going to happen. Nothing ever works right. I mean, technically that is working, right? Right. Well, I guess we could just use one of these for right now. They're not as good, but it's better than not, right? Until I can get another one made. Yeah, we're still not cutting even. I don't know how much it would require if you to cut even. To be honest, though, I think this mana spreader is probably worth 2 of these mana spreaders is worth 1 of the elven, probably. I don't know. I'm guessing. So, I mean, otherwise, what's the point of upgrading, right? So if we do it like that, yeah, we're still going to be at a loss, I think. Still going to run out of mana. We need direct transfer is what we need. And until I figure out how to do that... Alright. So how can I set this thing up to where... Oh, I did not mean to do that. That's not good. That's not good. I didn't realize it was going to do that. I'm going to put these down. Oh wait, it stops doing that. Okay. So now I can go ahead and I've put this block here. Maybe I have some quartz in the resource chest. Nope. But I have pearls, so we'll use the pearl instead. Alright. So pearl, and I need some stone, and I need 3 of these. Ours our comparator. Okay. Okie dokies. Actually, give me that back. Alright, let's see what we can come up with here. Okay. So the comparator needs to be on the mana pool, because that's what we're comparing, right? That is what we're comparing. So we want this to be right there. We got something. Alright, so I changed it, right? I had it like this going into there. But I think we should have it like this. So I think what this is saying is, because the mana pool outputs according to how much mana is in it, right? So each increment of the mana, it goes to like 15, right? So 15 would be full, it's absolutely 100% full. And then 0 would be empty. So 2 is probably going to be like, what, 10% or something like that? So if it gets really low, it should... If it gets really low, it should invert the signal and turn off the mana spreader. Which in theory will override the hourglass. Maybe. I don't know. I am just guessing. Like I said, I've never used a comparator. But we'll see if it works, yeah? Because wouldn't that be awesome if it worked? Yeah, we're just gonna have to hang out to see if it does. Go ahead and stick this stuff up. For now. But hey, if we successfully automated this, how awesome will that be, right? How absolutely awesome. Oh, I saw that. So we do have some stone in here. We have uranium, so that's nice. No diamonds yet. So this is going to slow down. If this works, it's going to slow down when, for mana. It'll take a little bit of time. Oh, I forgot to tell that guy to spew. Spew. Alright. Should be good. And we could probably move this guy over to like over here. Like right there. There. Well, we'll see if it keeps up. I mean, it's going to be constantly going now, but... Alright, well, while we're waiting, let's go look at the quests. So, alright, you guys did your homework, right? You did your homework. Because I did mine. Let's go see how much we got. Yeah, that's my osmium output. I still have stuff over here baking, so... Common metals. Common metals. Common metals. Common metals. So I figured out that just decomping lead is easier. Because it gives you the common metals and you don't have to break them down. But I do have some other stuff breaking down over here. So this is common metals. Common metals. Common metals. Common metals. Looks like I'm gonna have to turn this off. Oh, actually. No, actually, that's right. I had turned it off and now it's building back up again. Sorry, it's hard to keep track of everything. Okay, so I kind of automated this a little bit. I added hoppers and barrels, like, so that we can input multiples. So this is our osmium. And we have a whole bunch of common metals. You can put them all in here and it'll just do it. I'll check and see how much we got. We got plenty of mercury. So just let it do its thing. And then I shove it into here. And it gets put into this. So we're going to need a bit of this stuff. And we're going to grab these because we don't have any in our inventory. And we're going to go and get some iron. Yeah, I shut this thing down. I need to get it going again. Why do I always have so many Endermen? It's crazy. Just everywhere. Like roaches. So we need that. And I'll probably shiest some coal from the Botania level. Alright. So yeah, when we get ready to decomp this stuff, I'll just lay it all down on the ground and chop it up with my Mekanism. I mean, we do have some uranium. We have a ton of coal. Deep slate probably produced more stuff, but yeah, it's okay. It's fine. We got lapis a little bit. Grab a couple of things of coal out. I probably should grab some gold too while I was thinking about it, but it's alright. Okay, so it wants us to... So we have this. Now, the other way you could have done this is by offering imbued slate to the gods, you can convert mundane iron into the density and get of osmium. This metal is crucial to advanced mechanical applications. So now we need to make this. Before you can do anything related to machinery, you'll need a source of power. Thankfully, botanic magic is easily convertible into redstone flux. Simply point a mana spreader at a mana Fluxfield and it'll output RF to any adjacent blocks. Alright, so we gotta make this guy. So we got redstone blocks, mana steel ingot, and living rock. Right. So there we go. All right. So now we get to figure out where the smeg muffins we're going to put this. I'm thinking over here. Kind of have to have something to power, don't we? Now that you have a source of power, you'll want to start making real machinery. Your first step, a metallurgic infuser. This machine can do a wide variety of things, but one of the most important is the ability to create steel, another critical metal for your foray into technology. Infusing iron with coal, while inefficient, is your only real way to make it, at least for now. Yeah, because we're going to grow the flowers. Alright. Oh, that didn't work. Why didn't that work? Did we already put it in here? Yeah, we did. Okay. So we're not going to be using the heat generator, probably. We'll see. So the metallurgic infuser, and then the next thing it's going to want is pipes, which we'll get into, and we are definitely going to get into. Well, I don't really need a guide for this stuff. Okay, so let's go ahead and make this real quick. So we're going to need redstone, osmium, iron, and 2 furnaces. So let's make the furnaces. And let's get that, and make 2 of these. We're gonna have to make some more elven thingies. So just for now, we're gonna plunk these down right here. Just for now. We're going to need an enrichment chamber. So let's get... Okay, the enrichment chamber is going to require steel. So steel is definitely our first order of business. And we're going to need some glass. Let's go ahead and make one of these down here. That way I have it. Oh, you can't backwards compatible it. That sucks. Okay. That's fine. We'll just go make more. I got a whole bunch of stuff we gotta do. We're gonna need to make 2 spreaders. Elvin. Yeah, go over here and get this sand and make some more glass for just regular glass, right? And yeah, we got a whole bunch of stuff we gotta do today. Lots and lots. No, not sure what he thought he was doing. Hey guys, get off my machines. Almost as bad as the pillagers. I don't want that. Okay. Did we grab the glass, didn't we? No. Okay, let's get the glass. And I turned this off, right? Yes. Alright, let's go. So we're going to need a couple more mana spreaders, which means we're going to need all this wood. Yep. Yepers. Okay. So we're only going to do half because I kind of like used up all of our wood, so yeah. So it takes that. We need 1 elementium, which is 2 mana steel through the thingy. And let's make 2 of them. And we're gonna need 2 petals. Who has the most? No diamonds. So diamonds are a bit rare if you don't use deep slate. That's okay. Maybe I'll set up a deep slate one. It's going to require a whole bunch of other stuff. So we'll see. I'd have to do a bunch of stuff down there. So yeah. So let's make 2 of these. And go ahead and stick that in there. And there and there. Here's your lenses. All right, we got power, baby. There it goes. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. It'll do for now. It'll do for now. These guys are already full. Okay. So we got to do this the dirty way, unfortunately. So you and you. And this is going to make our steel. And then this guy, I don't really want to waste a redstone, so let's get that enrichment chamber up as soon as possible. So this, we're gonna need some dots. We only need 2 dots. Right? Yeah, we just need 2 dots. So let's just do this the quick and dirty way. I don't want to waste any resources. Everything is precious. So 2 dots. Okay, there's our dots. And while it's doing its thing, we're going to have this one do some too, now that we have the dots going. Because they're slow, right? It takes time. So we got to sit here and let it make the full bit, and then we're going to stick them back in there and do it again. So I'm just going to pause the video while they're doing their thing. Okay, so once they get to this point where they have 32, you're going to put 32 more coal in, and then you're going to put the enriched iron back in the slot, and it's going to produce steel. See? Steel dust. Alright. So, the steel dust, if you smelt it, right? It doesn't look like there's a duplication process, but if you smelt it, then it'll give you steel. And then you can take the steel. And you can... Are we going to be able to turn it into? Maybe? No? Yes? Doesn't look like it. Okay, so you can't actually produce steel. With theurgy. But that's okay, because we can also grow it, right? We know we can grow it. So let's come back over here to resource generation. There's 10. So to make Imperium, we can use a metallurgic infuser. We're going to get this started today too, because it takes a long time to make these source gems. So we are going to get it started. It's a pretty simplistic process. It just basically takes time. But so we can make this on the metallurgic infuser. We can tier everything up this way, but we have to have the soul gems. So you can make this on the infuser also. See this? So it takes mana steel nuggets and the green guys, and the green guys take any of the elemental essence and infernium. That's way easier than the way we were making it, so that is way easier. So we'll be making a whole passel of this stuff up once we get this all rocking and rolling. So this guy's done. So you're going to insert him back in there, and you're going to give him 32 more coal, and he's going to make our other half of our stack. So while we're letting this cook, let's go and switch over to here. We're going to do a little bouncing ahead. We're not to those quests yet, but it's fine. So we want to make this, which means we're going to have archwood. So we have to figure out how to get archwood. I remember reading something about it at some point. Here we go. Now that you have access to gems, you can start manipulating swords and the type of magical energy you remember from before. To start, you want to turn lapis or amethyst shards into source gems using an imbuement chamber. However, for an imbuement chamber, you'll need a special kind of wood, because source is innately intertwined with life essence. Infusing an already magical resonant tree with life essence should produce a suitable sapling. Okay, so we have to make these ancient saplings. We have to make up a whole bunch of them. So you guys already know how to make those. So I'm just going to go make them real quick. And I'll be back in a few. And this should be done by the time we're done doing that. Okay? This should be the last one, I think. Right. Yeah. Okay. Alright, so we got that done. We'll dump all this stuff up. It did not want to give me the poppies for some reason. Let's see here. This. Go ahead and put all these seeds in there too. I went ahead and took the opportunity to get some more grass for Petania while we were doing, because we were low. So I'll put these back. These are my extra 10-10-10s that I do stuff with, so let's leave them in there. And grab these back. I don't need those anymore. And that should be good. Alright. So we have our lovely trees now. We'll have to take them outside and grow them so we can get some stuffers. These should be done. So let's go ahead and get these. So we're going to put the infuser right there. I need to smelt these though first, so. Back upstairs, because I don't really have any smelting capabilities. Alright. There's our steel, which is excellent. We want to get the, actually, let me grab some more redstone. We want to get this stuff rocking and rolling. And we're gonna need some diamonds. So I'm just gonna grab this stack of 64. And we're probably gonna need some of this. And let's go ahead and while we're thinking about it, let's go ahead and grab some gold from the garden area. Alrighty then. So these saplings we have to put on the blood altar. But I want to get this started first, because it's going to take a little bit of time to get going. So we want to make this guy, which means we need to make this guy. So we're going to need osmium glass, iron, and I don't have a crafting table over here. So make this guy. And then make this guy. Oh, we need redstone. Redstone. Okay. So the enrichment chamber is super important so you don't waste resources. Okay, guys? So, first thing you're going to do, since redstone is so precious, is you're going to plunk some redstone in there and let it get enriched. It's going to take a while, so just let it do its thing. We have plenty of coal, so we can start that process all over again. We'll have to snag some more iron. So, so this thing is doing right, we want it to be doing. So, just let that do its thing. And, I'll put this stuff up. And we need to take these back outside and turn them into our saplings and grow them. Doesn't that sound awesome? And those of you who chose to make the truncator are going to be able to do this a lot faster than the rest of us. But I chose not to do the truncator this time, so come out here to our blood altar and stick this on there. And it's gonna make us some our saplings. And use an incredible amount of blood to do so. Oh, I don't remember how many saplings there are. How many saplings are there? We only need one of each, so... One, two, three, four, five. So we need one more. We can keep these for tree replacements, I suppose. Let's fill this guy back up. That's good enough. I think I've actually got it transferring, so I should probably turn that off. Oh, it is off. Well, why is it going? Oh, that's weird. I don't know what's going on with that. Okay, so well, anyway. So we got that. So now... Oh, you see the giant crystal we made? Alright. Actually, let's grab some more iron, because we just used like a whole bunch of it. I'm gonna get blocks this time. Okay. Lots of iron. Okay. Maybe not that much iron, but we need iron, so. Now we'll go back down and see what that's looking like. Excusez-moi. So we are out of power. Why are we out of power? Are you blocking? I think it's blocking. You're blocking the flow, man. Gotta let the mana flow. Okay. Okay, so we want to turn these into different saplings. So we keep one. Alright, maybe it's on this guy. So it's a round robin, right? So that one's first. So that's the second. That's the third. That's the fourth. So we need one right there. And then there. So that's all the saplings. And put him in there. So now we gotta grow our saplings because we need the wood. The Endermen sound like they're back. So we gotta find a place to do this. I mean, it doesn't really need to be in this area. We can put it over here. So let's grow him and grow him. We'll get a lot of saplings for growing these, so it's all good. Grow him and grow him. So we can get out our watering can. You're not gonna grow for me? Do you have to be on dirt? No. Okay. I was like, no, there's no way it's gotta be on dirt. No way. Those that made the truncator will have an easier time doing this because the truncator will take down entire trees in one fell swoop. So uses mana though. And don't mine the wrong thing, because if you mine it inside your base, the wrong thing, well, you're going to be sorry. So don't do that. So we can go ahead and... There's that one. One. Come on, grow. There we go. him over here. Sometimes they'll grow fruit. The fruit can be actually pretty decent. So you're gonna need all the different types of wood, I think. I think it uses, eventually it uses all of the different types, so you should probably go ahead and do that. Oh. Went ahead and already grew the blazing for us. We didn't have to water it. That's very nice of it. Very nice. All right. So that's the blazing. And then the last one will be, what do we not have? Was that it? I think that was it. Yeah, we already have the blue one. So they'll grow on their own, you know. You can just let them grow. And then chop them down later. So we got a little bit of each of the wood, so that's good. That's what we wanted. I'll run these back inside and stick them in here. So we're gonna need a chest for ours. So we'll take this downstairs. So ours is going to be set up over here. Right in here somewhere. So we'll go ahead and put the chest down like so. And we'll stick our wood in there. And let's use cascading. I don't think cascading has a whole lot of uses. Make a crafting table for right here. And we're going to need to make our imbuement chamber. You could probably run a couple of them if you want to. Probably wouldn't hurt anything. So one, two. This is for making hoppers, because we're going to need 2 hoppers. You don't want them connected to chests, so just go like this, just like that. Actually, you know what? We're going to need 2 more hoppers. And we're going to need some gold. And we're going to need to make 2 of these. So you just stick them like that. And then you're going to put like this and like this. Right? And then you're going to insert into here and insert into here. And it will get started doing its thing. So it takes time. Oh, I forgot about that. Okay. We have to wait until it creates some first before we put the hoppers. I'm going to need 10 of them, so 10. So we'll just have to, you know, kind of like keep an eye on it. Because we're going to need 10 of them for our purposes. So say that it's taking up pretty good at a good clip, right? But we need 10 of them because we have to put the source gems in the hoppers. That way it fills up the source gems and it automates. So let's go check this. This guy's done enriching, which is awesome. And we got the first leg of this done, and we got the first leg of this done. So we're going to need another stack of coal. Alright. So we're going to stick some coal up here to enrich, and then we're going to get this going. I have plenty of coal, so I'm not really too awfully worried about the coal, but yeah. So we'll just let that create up. And we need to go back to our mechanism because we're going to be doing that. Okay, so these got the first source gems. We need 10 of them. So we'll just put them in the chest for right now. And I'll go put these up real quick. That way we don't forget. And then we can take care of our ores. Do I want to take care of the ores right now? I don't know. Let's see what we got. We do have diamonds, finally. We only have 3 lapis. That's not too stellar. 5 uranium. That's not bad. We got tons of coal. Wow. We don't even have any osmium in this. No osmium at all. That's funny. That's okay. Maybe I'll do another setup for maybe I'll do another setup for deep slate level. It's going to require a lot. I'd have to do another coal farm. But the good thing is that it's not going to be siphoned off from anything, right? But I do need another coal farm, and I'm going to need... Well, actually, maybe I won't need another coal farm. If we could get those blaze burners moved, or not blaze burners, blaze spawners moved, we could use blaze rods to fuel it. I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. I'm gonna need to get some voiding upgrades for all the chests and stuff made. I haven't done it yet. I just haven't gotten around to it. I need to though. Well, it looks like our mana is doing pretty good. I was a little worried, but it looks, even with the siphoning off for Mekanism, we're doing really good. It's pretty spectacular, I'd say. It's barely keeping up though. We will definitely have to trade out to gas as soon as possible. So this is making our steel now, and this is enriching the carbon. So that's good. That's good. Let's see if these are done. Got to babysit all this stuff because a lot of it is wait. You know, we're just waiting. So we got to have 10 of these, 5 for each hopper. You stick them underneath with the source gems in place, and then it will only feed the source gems into it. So this will be completely automated. We can just leave it alone. We're going to need a whole bunch of lapis. It looks like we're not getting very much lapis. So we're going to need to get... We're going to have to make something down at deep slate level. And ideally I want it to be underneath the Botania setup already. So it's going to have to be down there by bedrock. I mean, it doesn't have to be that deep. It can... We could just put it down at like negative 15 or something like that. It doesn't have to be a bedrock. You don't get brownie points for it being a bedrock. So I have enough to do one. So basically you just go boink, and it's gonna be like, oh, and you're gonna be like, no. There. And then stick them back in there. And now it will only go into the hopper. Is that not amazing? So we got one automated. Doing good, doing good. So we got a whole bunch of stuff we gotta make, right? Tons of stuff. We have plenty of room on this level. I can knock these walls out. See, I got plenty of room. Plenty of room. So we could, what I want to do is I want to get the gas burning set up. So we're going to need a reed farm. Sorry, sugar cane. We're going to need a sugar cane farm. So the sugar cane goes into the crusher, whichever that one is. It's one of these. Crusher. So the sugar cane goes into the crusher and it makes biofuel. And then you take the biofuel and you bring it into the pressurized reaction chamber, and you have to give it hydrogen and water. So, but you bring it into the reaction chamber and it makes ethylene, right? And then the ethylene goes into the gas burning generator and produces pretty much all the power you will ever want. But it's probably going to require us to make even more. So I have never made anything nuclear in Mekanism, so that'll be interesting. I did in Industrial Craft, so yeah, that was scary. But so to make this, like, you have to have water, right? And then you have to have hydrogen. So to get hydrogen, you have to bring water into a electrolytic separator, and it'll separate water into hydrogen and oxygen. And well, you can just void the oxygen, but for now, but the hydrogen we need it for that other. So it's like a kind of a process, but I mean, it's really not that complicated. We're going to have to get Mekanism pipes and everything going, which means we're going to have to get this configurator built. Yes, we are. And we're going to need basic universal pipes. So we get all our basic pipes built, and yeah, it's going to be awesome. We're really going to knuckle down and get all this stuff built because we need to do this. So Mekanism and ours are all going to be like here because we're using Botania. So it's going to be a little cray-cray. But they're all kind of interconnected, so this is actually, I mean, it's a good start, but like, yeah, I definitely don't want to rely on this, for sure. We're almost done. We're gonna need some storage over here also. So I can just do that real quick, like. Oh, make me make the lollipops. All right, there, and then we're gonna go wee and wee. Okay, good enough for now. Good enough for now. We'll just stick it like right here, so we can start putting stuff in here. All our enriched stuff, because it counts for a lot more than the single regular ones, right? It's really good. So this counts for 8. And this well, are you going to show me how much it counts? It's not going to. It's more, okay? Trust me, it's more. That's why you enrich it. Enriching stuff is good. So there's that. And we're going to need to enrich some diamonds. Get that going. And we can duck some of this stuff in here because we're going to need it, right? Keep 8 on me. And glass. Redstone. I really need redstone seeds, to be honest, so we should probably We should probably start working on resource generation soon. Let's go see what we got over here. See, I can get them from here now, so that's awesome. So I can put this guy there, and then these, and then that, and then poof, he's all automated. And now I can just let it run, and it'll produce up our source gems. Yay! We need to get lapis automated ASAP. Lapis is like one of the first things we need to automate. So, how do I make lapis seeds? 1 lapis block, the Imperium essence, lapis dust, which we're gonna have to do some crushing, and it needs a water inscription. Oh, it's not too bad. So we're gonna have to build a crusher. We're gonna need some we're gonna need some power. You know, I really wanted to do this up on the tech level. I don't know how we do it though, because I have to have power, right? I'll definitely play around with it and see what I can come up with, because, yeah, I don't know. Alright, we got some steel to work with. Let's go smelt it down and continue on with the quest lines, right? Also, while we're up here, I want to eyeball this space. I mean, I made this space over here for Mekanism. It's, like, pretty big. But we've already started getting into it with theurgy, so... I mean, I think this would be enough space for Mekanism. So the question is do we bring Mekanism up here? It's closer to the surface for windmills and things like that. Or do we keep it down there with the Botania level? I mean, it is going to require quite a lot of space, because I've got to, I got to have the sugarcane farm and stuff. So, I'm not sure how we're going to logistically work it. I mean, on one hand, it would be good to have it on the same level as the Botania stuff, but this is where all our metal processing and everything is, so... Oh, I don't know. I don't freaking know. I just don't want to have to run back and forth all the time, so... I don't know. I mean, we're probably going to have to run back and forth all the time anyway, so I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. So we got that done. So now we need to start making dots. Whole bunch of dots. So 32 and 32 should make 64. 32 and 64. 32 and 64. So this is going to process a whole bunch of dots in mass A. And we will need the dots to make stuff. The dots were used to make... Oh. That takes copper. Alright. Item pipes. Let's see what the quests say. So, we did that, we did that. It's going to want us to make any of the cords, which is fine. The crusher would be a good acquisition. So we're going to need another steel casing. Which is osmium, steel, and glass. Ugh, I'm always needing a crafting table. It's so funny. Okay. So make this up. Should probably make a few of them up, honestly. That way we have them. Okay. So we're gonna need 2 dots. We're gonna redstone and 2 buckets of lava. Yes, you get your buckets back. I think. Pretty sure you get buckets back. Lava's gonna be on the next level up. Run over there real quick and get some lava. Alright. Producing lava would probably be a good thing. We should probably make a lava wand. Alright. So, I'm going to make this crusher up. I need redstone and dots. So, I'll take your dots, and I'll take your dots. Give me 2 of them, and the rest can go in there. And I need some redstone. And get this crusher made up, which we can't quite use yet because we need cords. Basic universal cable. So steel and redstone. So grab some steel out and let's go ahead and make some of these up. And we need the configurator. So we got to make this energy tablet, which is going to require this infused alloy, which is redstone and iron. So let's get some iron. Do I have any iron floating around? Yeah. So let's trade you out for iron, and you can start making that. So we're going to need 4 of them. Gold and redstone. Gold, redstone. A stick and 1 lapis. Oh, I'll have to go snag a lapis from over here. Hello, share your lapis, please. Okay. So, make the energy tablet first, and then make the configurator. And you can just stick it in any machine, I think, to charge it, can't you? Or not. So I need a battery. Basic cube is going to take 2 energy tablets. So we have to make more of those. So 2 energy tablets. And then we're gonna need another casing and 2 iron. Okay. And there's our battery. We have to wait for that to finish. Okay, so now is D-Day. We have to decide what we're going to do. So if I stand right here, and we put a marker down, and then run upstairs, let's see where it's going to be at. Because we might just be able to run a power line up. If it's not in the middle of all this theurgy stuff. It's going to be right here. We might be able to work with that. So if it comes up right here, we could bring it over here. Like right about here. Right here. For the initial power. That's not too bad. We want it to come right here. So we got to put this stuff like this. Okay. Like that. Might be able to work it. So let's go ahead and put this right here. Because this is the aim, right? So we want machines. Like that. Alright, so we just gotta dig up and bring the wire with us. We can make more wire if we need to. I would like it to be upgraded, but yeah, I'll just have to do that off camera when we get the stuff done for it. I don't really like not having the big wire. So the advanced takes dots. We could do the advanced. We haven't made those yet. Yeah. We're definitely going to need more. But we could totally do that. And I do not think we made enough universal cable. So we could... Well... Yeah, it's just gonna take too much. I don't think we can do it. I think we're gonna have to, just go with what we've got. I mean, it's unfortunate, but that is what it is, right? So there's our machines. We're gonna need the battery. So we have 56. Question is 56 enough to get where we need to go? Guess we'll find out. Oh right, I need to put power on this thing. So let's do that first. Let's power up our configurator. Okay. Alright. Well, here goes nothing. I mean, it's not that far, really. Okay, from here, it'd probably be the easiest to go over. Until we're lined up, right? Let's put these in our offhand so we can see what the heck we're doing. Okay, looking good. Wrong one. Okay, that's too far. That looks about right. I don't know if we're gonna have enough. that it? Yeah. No. One more. Right here. Gotta get to here. But we'll be out of the wall, so we're gonna hit the garden. The garden area. In theory. We might not hit the garden area. Hey. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. Okay, so put the battery right there. That was insane. Okay. All right. So now we just need more wires, right? More wires. Okay. Getting low on redstone. We're gonna need more wires. Okay. And we're going to need these machines. And we're going to have to take all this stuff up with us. Alright, crafting table, and let's go. We have successfully moved our mechanism up to this level, which is actually pretty awesome. Okay, so this is where all of our machines are going to go. Put down our cordage and pull out our two chesty poos. I guess we'll stick them like right here. Just like this and like that. And grab all this stuff out. of the backpack. Like so. And our machines. So our 2 infusers. Infuser number 1, infuser number 2, enrichment chamber, crusher, and everybody's got power. Woohoo. And we should be golden, guys. Well, I think that that is going to be just about it for this episode. We got quite a lot done. We started Mekanism and we got our pipes down and everything. We got the power coming up to here. We're going to have to buckle down and make some stuff, I think. So the first thing that we're going to want to make is, well, if I can find it. Well, we'll have to make a second crusher for sure. We'll have to get the reed farm going. So we'll need him. And we're going to need electrolytic separator. I'm not seeing... There he is. So we're going to need to make him. And we're going to need to make the pressurized reaction chamber. So let's go ahead and lay it out. So this goes from the crusher. It makes biofuel, which goes into the pressurized reaction chamber to make ethylene. And the pressurized reaction chamber we're going to need to make hydrogen, which is the electrolytic separator. All right. So we got that all laid out. So we're going to have to do some work to get that all built. It's going to require a few things. Looks like we got to get some dust going. And going to need some infused alloy. I mean, doesn't look like it's going to be all that difficult. So we're going to have to make some basic chemical tanks. We need a dynamic tank, and we'll have to make another enrichment chamber. This is easy. And that's easy. So we need to get this started so that we can get this gas burning generator going, and that will produce our power, and then we can stop using the Botania stuff because it's not really producing very much power anyway. And it looks like it's wanting us to do that. I don't know what blooded ethylene is. Ethylene can be further mixed with aerated essence to produce blooded ethylene, a much more energy-dense gas that can burn for longer in the gas-burning generator. Okay. Well, we can't actually check it off. Ethylene is another gas you can burn in the gas-burning generator. Even a small amount can be burned for a rather large amount of energy. Ethylene burning has been nerfed in this pack. It's still useful, just not as absolutely game-breakingly energy-dense as it normally is. That sucks. Substrate. So what do I do with the substrate? Do we have a use for the substrate? HDP pellets, which can make the rods and the plates. That's the pigment mixer. This makes the mecha tool, the elytra, mecha suit. You have to have these polonium pellets though. You have to get into nuclear to get those. Okay. Not too happy about them nerfing the power gen for the gas burning generator. That really sucks. I'm not seeing this blooded stuff. I don't see blooded ethylene. There we go. Aerated essence. And aerated essence comes from what? So move him right here. How do we get this aerated essence? Blood. You gotta deconcentrate the blood into aerated essence and then mix it in with the ethylene. Yes, I just rolled my eyes. Okay, well. We'll have to have a rotary condensator to make that. And then use that to make that in the chemical infuser. So we have to have the chemical infuser. So it's going to combine this with ethylene and make blooded ethylene. So you're going to have a constant source of blood. But that is for another day. Alright guys, that's going to be just about it for this episode. So your homework for today is I want you to make, I know this is a lot, but I want you to make 6 stacks of diamonds, okay? I want you to make 6 stacks of diamonds so that we have them. You're going to have to make up a whole bunch of redstone. I would aim for 12 stacks, 16 stacks. I don't know, a lot. I would just aim for a lot. Just go like 16 or something. You need to make a whole bunch of it though. I know it's a lot of grind, but we need to do it. Because we're going to need it for all this stuff, and it's better to have it than to not have it. You're also going to need to make more lapis if you haven't already. And we should probably, if we don't want to have to do all this brouhaha, we should probably try to get this mechanism going really good. That way we can tear up the mystical agriculture stuff. So that we can make the higher level seeds. So I'm gonna get the mats together to do that, to make the higher level seeds, and we'll probably do it in the next episode. So these machines can be sped up. You have to make upgrades for them, but it requires more power, so just keep that in mind. So you have the energy upgrade, filter upgrade, muffling, gas, anchor, speed. The 2 things that you're going to want to insert in your basic machines are the energy upgrade and the speed upgrade. It can take 8 of each. Do not put the speed upgrade unless you put in the energy upgrade, because, well, you'll be very sorry if you do that. I would always start with the balance. So you put 1 energy upgrade, 1 speed, 1 energy, 1 speed, 1 energy, 1 speed, because the speed makes it take more energy. So if you don't put the energy upgrades in, then you're going to be just burning through your power. But don't go crazy with it, because we only have a limited amount of power right now. Okay? But speeding up a little bit probably won't hurt anything. And these guys are really easy to make, okay? You can make the dust in the crusher. Just crush the ingots into dust. And you should probably do that. We're going to need gold dust. We're going to need osmium dust. I don't think we're going to need steel dust or iron dust, but I'm not sure. You should probably just make some just in case, like the iron dust. I don't think we're going to need steel dust, but you should just make some just in case we need it. Don't make a lot, just a little bit. But if you do all these things ahead of time, then we won't have to do them on camera, and it'll be easier and it'll flow better. Okay? All right. You guys got your homework. I know it's a lot, but it's necessary, right? So in the next episode, we're going to be really rocking and rolling with this mechanism. I'm going to try to get all the seeds together. Oh, shoot, I forgot to mention that. You should probably get all the seeds together for your sugar cane. And if you haven't already bred your seeds, well, you're going to have to do that too. So, you're going to need to get your seeds together for your sugar cane. I would aim for, I don't know, a few, right? Like, you could probably go with like 32 or something like that. 32 seeds. We have to make a seed farm with Create. Yeah. We just need to make one. That way we have it. And we're going to do it on this level, probably. Maybe. I don't know. I might do it on the level below us. We'll see. But anyway, get your seeds. And I will catch you guys in the next episode. I know it's a lot. Sorry. You guys take care, alright? Toodles!